Hello, welcome to NJPW Puroresu Review. I am your co-host, Andre C, and right over here is my co-host, Melball. Melball, how you doing today?
I am doing fantastic. We have just started off the week here. We are coming to the end of these tournaments now for NJPW. Man, it has been a roller coaster. Some shows have been better than others, some matches other than others, We'll get into the torture later. How are you doing today, Andre?
I'm very tired, but I am doing very well.
Excellent, excellent. Well, we have some amazing tag wrestling we're going to talk about today. Andre, you were just telling me you just finished the Super Juniors this morning. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I watched the last two of the Super Juniors matches on 1.5 speed, and then I watched the first two of the World Tag League show from Sunday at 1.5 speed. Then I watched the final two matches on that show at regular speed. And I got it all done in like an hour and a half. It was actually pretty impressive in my opinion.
Dang your shoot job for getting in the way of your watching professional.
Shoot job. It just makes wrestling hard. But we are going to get into it. We are here to talk about World Tag League and Super Junior Tag League from December 7th, 9th, 10th, and 11th. And we'll be back in a couple days to talk all about the finals, where we're going to see two teams from each tournament facing off to see who goes to Wrestle Kingdom, baby.
Let's get into it, man, because there was so many matches and so many nights that we got to go through. Look at these glorious dudes in front of us here. And we saw a lot more of some of them than maybe we could have or should have.
Yeah.
I think you know what we're talking about. Let's get into it, man.
So we started off with on December 7th show, night 8 of the Super Junior Tag League. We have Kevin Knight and Kushida, then Knights of Time, as I have dubbed them, versus Catch 22, Francesco, Akira, and TJP. I thought absolutely phenomenal opener. I think this is probably the first time Catch 22 hasn't been in the main event this entire Super Junior tournament. I think maybe they might have had one other match not in the main event, but they've been in the main event almost every night. But right, yeah. Putting them, and again, Kevin Knight and Kushida have been the opener of the tag league matches, the Super Junior tag matches every show. So that moving them in here actually was not a bad thing. Great. All these teams, Kevin Knight has been impressing me overall over and over again. I've like this guy has a career going for it. He's going to be huge for New Japan. Catch 22, everybody knows my love for this team. Absolutely phenomenal. In the end, Catch 22 got the sandwich knees tonight, and that gets them the win. Big win here for the champions, putting themselves in a really strong position going into the final night.
100%. You're absolutely right. This was a great match. You're absolutely right about Knight also. Huge talent this guy's had. When we first started seeing him kind of coming in on strong, I was kind of interested. I'm always interested to see how the Lions kind of grow and kind of evolve. Very impressed with how his athleticism has just evolved. We've been praising the heck out of his why am I losing it? The missile drop kick. We've been praising the heck out of him for being able to land on the shoulders with his thighs, not just the feet, from the standing position. Though I want to say, I really enjoyed TJP's tarantula in this one. It didn't look like the normal tarantula that I'm used to seeing. You know that other guy does that.
Tajiri.
That blah 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 guy.
Tajiri.
It didn't. It looked the opposite. It looked really cool. Nice little spin on it. I almost thought it looked a little crisp. The drop kick to Akira from Knight off of TJP's shoulders was just perfect. Again, praising the heck out of this guy's drop kick. There was a crazy DDT from Knight also on Akira while TJP was tied up with Kushida. I honestly thought that might actually be the end of the match when he hit that, just because Akira sold that so well. I thought he it was done, man. I had here TJP smart to fall into the pin. I think there was a point where
Kushida had him had it in Kimura,
yeah,
and Knight was pinning Akira, so TJP just kind of threw himself backwards onto the
to break up the pin.
yeah.
I thought that was very, very smart wrestling from there. At the end, I think it was TJP pinning Knight. I thought this was a great match, and like you said, a difference from the usual main eventing of the United Empire. Though I felt this was a fantastic way to open up the show, as per usual. We've been saying that a lot with Knight and Kushida throughout this entire tournament.
I'll say this: there was a spot in here where Akira kind of hung Kevin Knight up on the ropes. I think, he hit him and then he hits. Was this or no? That was the Nether Knight. Sorry, I'm thinking of it. I'm thinking of the other match. I got confused. I apologize. This is from Night.
They start to blend.
Yeah, very much so. But yeah, there's a lot of it's the way they kind of move everything together. It's the same spots, but they evolve. They put them together so well. It's always like a beautiful looking way they do it, right? So.
100%.
Yes. So we move on to the next match of the evening. It is Clark Connors and Ryusuke Taguchi, the Wild Hips, taking on Yo Leo, as I like to call them, the Russian Yo. More beer as usual. These boys like their beer at the start of every match. They offered it to Leo and Yo, but Leo was like, no, not right now, Yo. We gotta wrestle a match. So it's a little bit of a different change in there. Some fun spots. Clark getting trapped upside down, butt out, and then they do the rolling thing, and Leo gives them the headbutt to the ass. I loved it. Yeah, I thought it was actually quite funny. There was a spot where Clark ended up hitting like a pounce, like the running shoulder top of that running one where you just smash it in the guy. Sends Leo who ends up hitting Yo. And then Taguchi's tied up in a modified Paradise Lock. It's not quite because he had the arm under the other side of the leg. It wasn't both on the inside. And he ends up hitting Yo, and Yo ended up falling into Taguchi, and it was tied up in the ropes, and it released Taguchi. I thought it was a great way to get Taguchi out of the modified Paradise Lock. It's not the exact Paradise Lock because the Paradise Lock is the arms are crossed on the inside of the legs. This one he had one arm crossed on the inside, and he had the other arm crossed on the the outside of the leg. I like that there was just a subtle difference there from the way Sonata does it. I like that they did that in that one. But yeah, it was actually really funny to see how they broke it up, and it wasn't like drop kick to the ass or anything like that. It was like literally Yo falling on Taguchi to break him out. I thought actually a really funny spot. And I was watching. There's one spot there they did the people's butt drop thing, and Kevin Kelly. I watched
rock bottom.
Yeah, I watched the Kevin Kelly calling version, and he called it the people's asbo.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
I may have to go back and watch that show now in English commentary because I watched this one in Japanese. Well, oh, that's funny. I felt focus, Melissa. Come on, bring it in. I felt that Taguchi wrestled straight up amazing after his release from the Paradise Lock. I felt this was a really fun match. I started calling Connors and Taguchi a B&B because they got beer and butts, and that's about it. The match, though, overall, I had a really fun time with it. I felt all four of these guys put on a really, really great show. Leo tricking Taguchi with the beer was at one point I thought was really good, leading him.
Yeah, it was the taco spot. It was kind of like the taco spot. That's what it reminisced to me.
Exactly. Yeah. There you go. Then Yo making Taguchi drink the beer.
Pours it down the throat of him, and then they hit him with the 3K to get the win. I thought actually it was a really good spot, but I'm like, again, this is just a personal feeling of mine. I don't think you should be trying to pour a beer down somebody's throat. I get it. Like in the 90s, Austin did that a lot, like pouring beer into people's mouths when they were on the ground and stuff. I just don't. that's a personal feeling of mine. They shouldn't be pouring a beer down somebody's throat unless they're like it's you and the other guy going at each other. It's
it was forceful. It wasn't fun. It was a forceful thing, and that's what I was kind of going to lead into here. Is that like I'm officially over Lio Rush and his addition into Chaos and its face faction. The things that he was doing after this match, Connors, it's not face. You're in a face. I've said this before. I'm not going to go off on it again.
He's never been a face.
It doesn't matter. You joined the faciest face faction of this company. They brought you on. You're Jay Whiting them right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was about to bring up. I don't feel it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not digging it. I'm on to him. I'm not digging it. I don't like what it's doing. I like that that Yo now has a bit more of a personality. But I don't like how he's using it. He's acting like that little child who follows the real ruffian child and kind of goes, haha, I shoved this kid. Now you go shove him. Haha, okay, let's shove him. Haha. They're trying to make it silly, but I'm not buying it. I'm over it. I don't feel that it's a fit for Chaos anymore. This is the second team also that they've picked fights with within their own faction, the other one being Flying Tigers. So
they're not within the same faction.
You remember that
Connors and Taguchi are in main unit. They're not within Chaos.
Hantai and Chaos have joined forces since the Bullet Club thing.
Technically they're still separate. They are still recognized as two separate units though. They are aligned.
I'm aware of that. I'm not disputing that they are one massive conglomerate. I'm saying for the good of the company, the two good factions are working together. This is why you see Okada and Tanahashi working together. This is why you see Makabe and Hamna working together with other Chaos people. So, follow suit, little man, or go join the House of Torture. It seems like they need somebody who can actually win something anyway.
No, I'm the complete opposite. I want Lio Rush to change the entirety of the Chaos faction and give them all a little more edge. They're too babyface in my opinion, but give them all some more edge and let's go. I'm down for more Lio Rush's influence in the entirety of Chaos.
You have to introduce a new faciest face faction to replace the lost
that's
face faction because balance, Andre.
That's Hantai right there. Hantai. There you go. You already got it. There you go. So
you cannot honestly tell me that Makabe and Hamna are the future of the faces of this company, sir.
Oh, Tamatonga.
No. We're going to keep on here, though.